Hey all, Hibber here, and today we're doing a video on the 10 best game soundtracks out there. And the first game is one where you spend a lot of time just floating around in open space, and it is of course EVE Online. It's also one of the oldest games here. Like, this is not just recent games, but I've picked between all the games I've been playing since I was a kid, pretty much. These days you can even play EVE Online. It's called EVE Echoes on your phone, and that's just amazing if you ask me. But that's our number 10, and absolutely some of the best game music you will ever find. And at number 9 we find epic mega games, like first-person shooter, and it's the original Unreal from 1998, I believe. I have to believe that's when this game came out. It's old. And it was one of the first games to really use 3D graphics cards, which of course has evolved a lot since then. This game had so much great music in it. There were dozens upon dozens of great background music, and every level had its own unique music, and it just, made that already great atmosphere even better. Alright, and at number 8 we find World of Warships, or World of Warships Legends. Doesn't matter which one you pick, because they use the same music, and it actually also goes for the mobile version, World of Warships Blitz. The actual game music while you're playing isn't really that interesting, but the music while you are, shuffling around in the menus and buying ships and outfitting stuff and stuff like that, that music is just amazing, and there's so many good numbers in here. You can just pretty much download the soundtrack and listen to it in your car. It's even free if you go to soundcloud.com. Alright, for the next game we go back in time again to the 90s, to the age of Nintendo 64, where we were given BANJO-KAZOOIE by the British developer Rare, and this game has some excellent music in it. Again, every world has its own music, and if you listen, then it also changes dynamically as you go from one zone to another. This fantastic effect is used a lot in the game, and it really elevates the already good music into just a whole new level. Some levels, especially the more spooky ones, really make this effect stand out and, puts the game in its own league. Okay, at number 6 we find a game not many people have heard about, I think. It was only for Xbox 360, and it was only available as an Xbox Live download. And you cannot get it anymore, which is a real shame, because this is actually also an excellent game. A real grind and a very deep gameplay. It looks like a top-down shooter to, you and me, but it is an excellent game, and the music is outstanding. The composer is actually an old Rare composer, so it's not really surprising either. Okay, at 5 we find a real overlooked pearl, and it's Tomb Raider Underworld. This game has some of the absolute best music I have ever heard in a video game, and it's quite old by now, but the game still stands up as one of the best Tomb Raider experiences you can possibly have. In some ways, it's even better than the more recent trilogy that, completely rebooted the gameplay. This is the best of the original Tomb Raider games. Alright, we're getting into the newer games now, and at number 4 we find the PlayStation exclusive Horizon Zero Dawn. And the theme for this game is just out of this world. I think it's worthy of a blockbuster Hollywood movie. The whole game is steeped in wonderful music, but this theme here is just the best. Horizon Zero Dawn also happens to be one of the best experiences you can have on pretty much any console. The game is near perfect in my opinion, and if you haven't played it yet, I highly recommend. Okay, moving on to number 3, and at this position we find Divinity Original Sin 2. And this is one of the best, if not the best, Western role-playing game you can ever play. And it doesn't, hurt that the music is also just on an absolutely amazing level. The game is now available on pretty much any platform you can think of, including all the consoles, Switch, and even on iPad. So if you haven't played this game either, it is a must. So at number 2 we find the successor to Horizon Zero Dawn, and it's Horizon Forbidden West. And of course it reuses the same theme from the first game, but it also has a lot of new stuff to listen to. The whole soundtrack is just amazing, and it really belongs on a pedestal in the library of, the best and most complete games and of course game soundtracks in the world, because this is just pure quality. Alright, at number 1 we still find the good old Skyrim. The soundtrack in this game is just magnificent, and you spend so much time walking around in the nature and climbing mountains, swimming rivers and hunting deer that the exploration suite, as they call it, all the soft and just enjoyable music, it's just amazing, and you never tire of it. Alright, that was my top 10 of the best game soundtracks out there. So please comment on the video if you agree or disagree or have other suggestions.